Welcome back after a few years' absence from the local scene. Sizzla now seeks to reclaim his place among the top brass in conscious dancehall and joins us right now on stage with a brand new project. Sizzla.
Respect.
Blessed, welcome. So what kept you away for so long from the locals?
Well, you know, I've been up and about working, you know what I mean? Doing a few shows, doing a few tours, spreading the message, naturally.
And that was all over the world?
Well, I've been to the Caribbean, I've been to Africa, Europe.
Talk about Africa a little bit, because we heard you were reportedly relocated to Africa. Was that true?
Well, Africa is the home, you know. Africa is the heaven, you know. And if the people say that, that's not a problem. And I personally will be living in Africa, naturally.
Eventually?
Yes.
But not yet?
Well, I'm not there as yet, you know what I mean? I've just been there on quite a few shows, and the people been saying, this is your home, Sizzla, stay home and don't go back to Jamaica. So it's just a fulfillment.
The people of which country?
Just about any African country I've been to.
Yes?
Yeah, that's
So you've been to all of them?
No, I've been to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
I've been to Ghana. I've been to Senegal. I've been to Gambia, and I've been to Ethiopia.
And you had some conflict down in was it Zimbabwe?
No, it wasn't any such conflict. It was just the excitement and the frenzy of the people.
Yes.
And the officers weren't understanding the communication between the artists and the fans, so they began hitting the people. So I just instruct the officers to stop hitting the people. We don't really hit people in Jamaica. When people come to listen to reggae music, we don't hit people. So it was just to clarify the whole atmosphere.
I mean, police officers were beating your fans?
That's just it in Africa. They're rough, and the people excited, and you see, that's it, you know, they don't really understand the full culture of how we relate with the people in the music.
So what was their concern, the police?
Nothing really. It's just that, you know, a few fans just might just get out of control because of the excitement and first time seeing the artist on the stage. You know what I mean? So they just try to corral the crowd within certain aspect. But still they would reach out and hit a few people. So I would just let them know you can't do that.
Okay, so all that is resolved and everything nice again?
Yeah, it was just simple.
So which country will you eventually settle in Africa?
Well, naturally, you know, Africa is just a beautiful continent. You know what I mean? You could be living just about anywhere. But based on your financial strength, based on your whole nature, the vibration, based on the studies, it's all up to you. Personally, I would live in just about any African state because it's Africa. But based upon the culture, you know what I mean, and Rastaman teachings from that time, we focus mainly on places like Ethiopia.
Yes.
And like Ghana.
Same.
Places like those.
Were you given any special title?
Yeah. In Ghana, the chief had crowned me. I'm a title chief for the Western region, the Western Gold region. They had given me a village and a lot more stuff. Yeah, I've been given lands with minerals, not for farming, but for minerals like gold mine and stuff like those. It's just for NI to go forward and activate all these things, get the land registered and stuff like those. It was a vivid experience because the reason for this is that they need to develop the country, develop the villages, need to get boreholes to dig wells, build up schools and stuff like that, and they look towards entertain Jamaicans ratherly for a lot of strength in such. So it's not just...
And yeah, it's interesting that you're saying that because we saw that when we went to South Africa.
Yeah.
That instead of, we in Jamaica, we look to the US, to especially hip-hop and R&B stars when we talk about black celebrities. But when we go to Africa, it was different. Jamaica was coming up much more. People were celebrating Sizzla Kalonji,
natural,
Capleton, Buju Banton, especially the Ras in reggae, much more than they were talking about people from the US, the big quote-unquote superstars from the US. Is that what you're saying? Is that your findings? Yes,
because you find out that throughout all the crisis that Africa had been experiencing, Jamaicans always fight for Africa. With typical example, Nelson Mandela. You know what I mean? We always make songs to encourage the African leaders and stuff, and reggae music is a cultural music that bashes against corruption, and it's been inspiring the youths of the world, and youths can gravitate to it in any circumstances, just about anywhere in the world. So Africa is way away from us black people, so if we're going to sing the spiritual music, you must expect the people in Africa and I.
And they are well exposed to the music. All right, so talk about your studies at UTech. What happened to that?
Well, naturally, you know, while attending primary school, going through high school, my parents, they didn't really have that financial strength. So being someone in the music, having that golden opportunity, I think I could just go back to some evening classes just to prep up yourself, and you know what I mean, and I've done it even for the kids also.
Oh, so you weren't doing a specific course per se?
Well, I wasn't like there to like sit the degree and stuff like that. I was just like doing some subjects, you know what I mean, getting off the street and giving the youth some focus, let them know that education is the key, said Speed. You know what I mean? Because going over there, getting all these subjects and stuff like that, people in the world still calling me, Sizzla, what's up? You stop singing, you're not coming on tour again. So it's just a work.
Okay.
So I'm just there, and when I'm full, I just get back on the street. I got nothing doing on the street.
So you're still going to classes?
Not presently.
Not presently,
No.
but you intend to continue?
Now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So talk about the album now then. First of all, the title.
Scriptures.
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 And it's, what's on it?
Well, you got, it's a magnificent album. I got a track called The World Is Watching You. I got a track called Mama. I got a track called Happy Birthday. It's a well-rounded album, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Constructed just to please the public, you know what I mean? You can go out and listen. It's all exclusive.
Same?
Yeah.
All right, Kalonji, you have two freestyle tracks.
Yes.
Rebuking some of your colleagues in the music. Cartel for bleaching and piercing, and Beanie for claiming King of Dancehall. Why were you so compelled to address them?
Because I'm a part of the music industry, and whatsoever we do as artists and musicians, it affects us all, and you can only say and do as much. You know, we sing about ragamuffin songs, we sing about intimate songs for the ladies, but we try our best to maintain the cultural part. So if you're going to say stuff really out of the context that's going to bring some sort of defilement upon the nation, we'll have to say something, because this dancehall reggae music feed us. And this is all we got right now. And if we're going to pollute it and get it all messed up, then the government is going to come down on it. You know
so bleaching and piercing,
and that's
you
totally
that
against I culture, really, because Rastaman is totally against bleaching and piercing of the body.
What about Beanie being the king of dancehall? And he was crowned by some fest.
Well, nothing is wrong with that.
Yes, so, but what
you got to understand is just music. You see, don't be offended, you know what I mean? Because if you make songs bashing against Rastafari, and you know Rastafari is the king of creation, we are Rastafarians also, we're going to stand and defend Rastafari. Yeah.
so some man bash Rasta from time to time.
Well, fire for burn, you know.
And Rasta doesn't just music, and Rasta is
natural.
But Rasta also will from time to time respond.
But
with some venom.
Because Sizzla is a Rasta man. And if you make a song about Rastafari, Sizzla have to defend it.
Say it.
Natural.
All right, Kalonji. So what's the summer looking like for you?
Beautiful and bright, a sizzling summer. Yeah.
A sizzling summer?
Yeah.
In Jamaica or overseas?
Just about anywhere on the planet.
All right, Sizzla. Well, we're still to check out the album fully. We will do that. And we look forward to you conquering the world, as you say.
I'm most honored.
For the
spreading the message.
And we're going to clear the chair right now and give Sizzla a chance to perform a track from the album right here on stage. And this is where we leave you this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, leaving you with Sizzla Kalonji with a track from his brand new scripture album right now.
Oh Lord, oh excellent is thy name in all the earth. When I consider the works of thy fingers, sun, moon, and star. Son of man that thou visitest him, and the son of man that thou blessed. Hey! You make money and the children cry. Only the poor people suffer and die. Only the poor die for the guns and damage. Hey, they just can't manage. You kill the boys and you prostitute the girl. You try to corrupt all the people of the world. Hey, Rastafari, you know we never change. The old world is watching you. The old world is watching you. The old world is watching you. Be careful because they're tracking you. Cause rainy days ahead, things and times so dread. Some people don't got a roof, much less a place to lay their head. My heart is crying out, now they're in a drought. Politicians, they're with their lying mouth. The old world is watching you. The old world is watching you. The old world is watching you. Be careful because they're tracking you. Coming from out of the ghetto, gotta keep the faith, you can't let go. No say strong but a soul, never give up, no. We all face the poverty, experience the gravity, solidarity, morality, a murder star. When you kill a youth and rape a girl in a star, why you messing up the world, hey, a murder star. When you kill a youth and rape a girl in a star, hey, you messing up the world in a star. And stage, watch how you eat, watch how you drink, watch how you chat round them. Make me tell you this, you watch your head back round them. Listen this again, door, I'm not joke round them. Ski up good, a murder star. When you kill a youth and rape a girl in a star, why you mushing up the world in a star, a murder star? When you kill a youth and rape another girl in a star, hey, you mashing up the world in a star. Hey, I don't want to hear no youth and take up no gun. Go get your education cause the future are come. The crime and the violence, I eat a dumb the fun. You never got no school for one of them and sit down. Hey, don't get a youth, it's only guns them want. Them don't want read and them don't want plant. You live by the gun, you will die by the gun. You don't stand a chance. On stage, they use them advance. Messiah.
On Stage is brought to you by Heineken, the world's premium beer.
So good. So good.
And
Give me fire.
Where did you sell your credit?